Hey folks, today I'm going to show you a demo. Basically, we're going to use Ansible automation platform to show fully automated request fulfillment, CMDB updates, network provisioning, server provisioning, firewall rule updates, website deployment, user account creation, server patching. The service catalog that we're using is ServiceNow. The network container and the server are going to be built in the AWS cloud, but they could be in any cloud. It could be Google, Azure, or your own on-prem cloud. And the enterprise automation solution that we're going to use today is Ansible Automation Platform. So let's start taking a look around here. The first thing I want to do is show you that this is the AWS console, and I'm hitting the refresh button here, and you can see there's no VPC created yet. And VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. If I click on instance, I'm filtering for running instances, and I have none. And let's take a look at AAP, and let's look at inventories. There's a couple of inventories that I want you to see. The dynamic inventory here has nothing in it. And then we're also going to look at this managed inventory, which is also used. So nothing's going on there. So now we're going to log into ServiceNow. We'll basically click on Service Catalog. And I just want you to see. So we've got a Windows demo and a Linux demo. And what we're going to do right now is the Windows demo. And I'm basically going to order it. And so notice it creates a request that ends in 6.9. I'm going to go to my approval view. And so we've got a request sitting here. And it's just going to sit here until somebody approves it. And there's the request number, and also the state is in an open state. So now I'm just going to hit this little checkbox, hit this little, and click approve, and notice it went to green. And now it's work in progress, and I've got a job ID number right there, along with a whole bunch of stuff that came out of Ansible. So let's look at that 5191. Let's come over here to Ansible. We'll click on jobs, and notice we've got 5191. I'm going to click on that. Whoop. I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to click on details. And basically, we've brought the request number into Ansible Automation Platform, so we've connected the two systems. So now we know that that request is tied to this job that's running. All right, so now let's take a look at the visualizer view. And so right here, this first step that we did is VPC create, and it's already done. It's already moved on. So I'm going to click on this VPC create, and I'm going to refresh this. And hey, look, now we've got a VPC. Let's go take a look at what's next. So now we're doing machine instance create. If that fails, we'll go down this path and we'll create an incident ticket, and we'll update the work request, and basically, but it hopefully will succeed, which means it's going to go down this path here with the green. So let's click on this right here, and I'm going to hit refresh. Even though it's not done, I know that it's working on it. So that's our new machine. It's running. Notice instance type is a T2 micro. The availability zone is West 1 Bravo. Here's the fully qualified public DNS name. Just let's pay attention to the last two octets, 178.9. And then we've got an IP address. Anyways, so that is coming along. Okay. Visualizer. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're just waiting on that job to finish. Let's take a look and see where it's at. Looks like it just finished. So if I click jobs, now we're doing a inventory sync. So I'm going to click on inventories. We'll go to Windows AWS inventory, and I'm going to click host. And notice there's our new host, 178.90 or 178.9. Click back on jobs. And let's keep looking at what's going to happen. Now, after we get the dynamic inventory updated, then we're going to start running jobs against it. And basically, the first thing we're going to do is gather up instance information from the machine that was just built. We'll also make a CMDB record in ServiceNow. Then we're going to run a PowerShell script that's going to improve the way PowerShell works on that machine. And then we'll do Windows patching, website deployment. We're going to create an account here called DevOps. And basically that account, it will be put into the remote desktop user group on the system so that you'll be able to log in with remote desktop. And then we'll send a notification email. And then the last step, we're going to basically update the request and close it, status it, so that it's all done. But what are we going to do right now? We're going to look at the CMDB record that got created. So I want that right there. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to click on CMDB workspace. Search for the name column. Contains. B, search. And then you could see, hey, look at this, 178.9. It's a Windows server. Ansible automation platform demo. And let's kind of scroll through some of the stuff. There's the T2 micro. This is the AMI that we're using in that region, the 1 Bravo region. Let's see what else we got. All right, there's the public IP address. And this is the AWS instance ID. All right, so we got our CMDB record. Fantastic. Let's go back to jobs. We're gonna go back to the visualizer. Actually, we're currently doing patching. And if we wanted to see where we're at on patching, we can just click output. Anyways, so that's what's going on there. Actually, let's check the managed inventory. Let's see if that's been updated. So if I click here and I click host, yep. So the managed inventory is there. Let's go back to jobs. So we're doing website deployment, user access provisioning, and the website deployment is going to take a little while. So while website deployment is happening, I'm going to talk about a couple other things. So for those things, I'm going to log into console.redhat.com. Actually, let me console.redhat.com. And we're going to talk about certified modules. And these are the modules, a lot of them that I'm using for this demo. So if I click on Ansible Automation Platform and I click Automation Hub and Collections, I'm just going to search for the three big modules that I'm using for this. So the first one is Amazon. So AWS, And so these are the modules that we're using to create the machine and the virtual private cloud and all the stuff that we're doing. We're using the AWS modules. Okay, and then certified content. Actually, let me back up a little bit. If I go back to collections, you can see there's 137 collections, and basically there's people that want to partner with Red Hat to create modules that are certified by that partner and by Red Hat, meaning you'll get support from Red Hat if you're running into a problem with those modules. So we can see that the Amazon modules exist, but let's take a look because we're building a Windows server. Let's look for Windows modules, and we can see right here we've got Red Hat certified Windows modules. And you can just kind of scroll through and see all the different Windows modules that are available to us. Let's go back to and then the other certified content that I want you to see, because we're in the demo, we're working with ServiceNow. And so then this is the documentation and the certified content for the ServiceNow integration. And if we click on documentation, we could see that here's all the different things that we can do with ServiceNow. Let's go back and check on our flow. We're still waiting on that website deployment. I'm going to click on this to see where we're at. Yeah, so we're template. Okay, so we're basically copying in the index.html. So it's actually, we've already created the website. We've opened up the firewall ports on the server. And then we're putting the default, or not the default, we're putting the custom website on right now. So let's talk about where are these playbooks kept. So if you wanted to recreate this demo yourself, basically you could just go to my Windows repository and click on AWS. And these are all the playbooks that we're using to create. So actually I'll open up this create VPC. And so this is the playbook that creates the VPC at AWS. So anyways, so those playbooks are in my public repository. Actually, let's look for ServiceNow stuff. So right here are the playbooks for the ServiceNow piece. And I don't know what, oh, there we go. So this is, this creates the CMDB record. This updates the request. And then there's an incident process that I put into the workflow as well. And so this does the incident create, and then this closes the request if an incident happens. So let's keep looking at this. Let's go back to jobs. Okay, and so now we can see like everything is done. We sent a notification email, and then we status the ticket. So actually, let's start with the ticket first. And we can see that the state is now in a closed complete state. And then we made a work log entry, and we put the provisioning details in here. We got the VPC create time, the machine create time, AWS sync time. Here's our public DNS name, public IP address, AMI number, instance ID, availability zone, all the stuff, you know, the minutia related to that machine that we just provisioned. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to check our inbox for an email. And in the email, there's a couple things. There's a hyperlink right here. I'm going to click on that in a second, but I want to talk about this before I do. There's a remote desktops enabled. The DevOps user can log in, and the default password is Red Hat 321. So I'll show you that in a moment. But here's the website for. If you have any sales-related questions, you can reach out to Greg Warmeister. Technical questions, you can reach out to me. Actually, I've got our email addresses right here. So gwormy@redhat.com or eric.ames@redhat.com. And then there's a whole bunch of hyperlinks. This first hyperlink takes you back to all the playbooks that was used to do this. And then this right here, we've got a professional services team that can help you accelerate your automation journey. We've also got Red Hat technical account managers, certified Windows modules, and then there's training classes. And these are, if you're not familiar with Ansible, these are kind of the 3 training classes that I recommend that you take. Red Hat Enterprise Linux Automation with Ansible, and a couple of other ones. Anyways, so this is a custom website that we just built. And, oh, remote desktop. Let's fire up remote desktop. Let's go back to that email. Control C. Oh, connect. Control V. Connect. Oh, we're not going to go in there with the administrator account. We'll go in there with DevOps. Red Hat 321. And you can see we're logged in the box. Looks like it's kind of slow. Anyways, so that was it. Oh, there we go. Watch. CMD. Oops. Am I? All right. So there you go. That's our demo. We've got our here's our public IP address. This is a T2 micro availability zone. So you can see that we were able to do fully automated request fulfillment and server provisioning and network provisioning and user access management, and basically it's all automated using Ansible automation platform. Have a good day.